All right, so I had to kind of poke around the internet to figure out how to open up this Lenovo and figure out exactly what it is. It's called an Idea Center i5-6700 Most of them are 22 or 24. I think it's actually supposed to be touchscreen. But anyway, so you pull on this and pull on it and then pry on it, and eventually it'll come up like that. And this thing is actually quite heavy. Now, mine has one of these is bent, so it's probably bent down in here somewhere. We have a couple of things here. Getting this apart, I don't know what else we're going to end up having to do. But I can't get that out of there. There we go. So that's a RAM. And then our hard drive is in here in this little caddy. So, I see some other modules in here. I've got some Amazon shipping things underneath here to lay the screen on it. Okay, so we'll pull that one out, that one, and that hardware. You can get these ones. I'm just gonna get in here with those. These ones are too far down. All right, let's get this. And this right here. Boy, it's gonna be a pain to get to. I'm gonna leave it right there for now. Okay. It didn't really want to pop out. I hope I didn't break anything. We'll find out in a second. It looks okay. All right. So we should be able to get to our processor. There's our power supply, our drive, some other stuff. It's pretty cool. And they can build something like this. So we'll get that off of there. All right, got that off of there. All right, let's get our chip out of here. This is pretty cool. We're gonna go to an i5 from an i3. Yeah, this is the whole entire computer right here, basically. So really, it's not that big, but it's not that small either. And it's kind of set up, you know, fairly normal. It's like in between a laptop and you know, the regular board. There's some stuff here. I don't know what that is. We need to come in here and remove the fan, or we'll be really sorry. Okay, you don't need to remove the fan. You just need to remove that one right there. Oh well. So the fan sits right there. This thing needs to get cleaned. Ooh, look at that. Awesome. I don't think too many people update these. Another thing I like to do, I get in here with a paintbrush, clean out stuff. But anyway, so we're going to pull this chip here in a second, and we're going to swap in an i5. If I had an i7, I'd put an i7 in it, but I don't have one. All right, and then I'm going to go ahead and wipe this off while we're here. Good. Just so we can see what it is. Come on, dude. .7. This is similar to the 6100 or 7100. I just don't even know why they made these. Like, to me, they like I don't know. So with this, you do want to be careful when opening it. Specifically, like when you pull the chip out, though. Look at this. I don't want that down in there. Okay. They put a lot of heatsink compound on this at the factory. Now, this computer here is using DDR4, but I think it's desktop DIMM. I mean, laptop RAM. I can't read that. Neither one of them are readable. Anyway, it says it's like 21 something. 8SMG. I don't know. It didn't matter to me. I don't have any DDR3 or 4 laptop RAM laying around anyways. Does not want to go back in. There we go. Okay. So, let's get the... Do I like to grab them? Just like this direction. God, you do not want that stuff down in there. Okay. Let's go get our other chip. Alright, that's the other one. So I've been keeping these in a box like that. Not too concerned about an i3. I might be able to resell them. But I think... I don't know what anybody would want them for. So that one's a 3.7, and that one's a 3.9. But honestly, like, that speed means absolutely nothing. Here's another one I got laying around. 2009. i5-2500. 3.3, Costa Rica. And then we have this one, which came out of my main computer, and I updated it to an i7. So this is an i5-6500. 3.2. Yep. Alright. Okay. Cool. All right. There we go. So, instant upgrade. Everything else is kind of whatever. Some of these I think have a dedicated video card. I don't know if this one does. I don't see where it would. I'm not sure. Okay, so we can see that this is a optional touch. This one doesn't have it. Or if it does, they removed it. That says converter. So that would have been touch. So this one's not touchscreen. Like I said, the one in the video was something different. Here's part of the power supply. And I guess that's the display. LVD, EDP. They're actually pretty nicely labeled. And then we've got SATA, 2 SATAs right here. One driving the DVD player, one driving the hard drive. And I think this is from 2016. Here's a Wi-Fi and Bluetooth module, probably. I don't have any batteries laying around. I should probably pull that and check it. You could probably just put a meter on it right there and see. It should still be good, but you never know. Alright, got my Corsair grease in there, got this back in there. Alright, so got the heat sink down. I should get the fan screws back in here. And I'm going to put the thing back on the stand, and we'll make sure it works before we get too carried away with it. I didn't need to take the fan out like I said, but oh well. Get the Screw back in here for the heatsink. So basically, this is just a glorified kind of hybrid desktop laptop. You know, they kind of used like a modified laptop motherboard, you know. And the screwdriver is not as magnetic as I thought it was. Anyway, some of the other computers, like I was saying, they have the touch screen and they have an external video card. I'm not sure what's over here. I can see there's some optional stuff. This being the i3 board, like I saw they had 22-inch monitors, 24, and they had i7s. So big difference. But this was $27, and basically the computer that I updated. There's the webcam. I don't know. I didn't spend much on that. So basically, it might as well be a free upgrade. USB 3.0s. I'm gonna maybe peel the label back on this. Should identify this RAM. I don't know. They put like a Lenovo sticker over the RAM. I don't know why. It's like, why would you put a sticker over the RAM? Does not want to come off. I need like a hair dryer. Yeah, I can't read that shit. Alright, there we go. PC what? Can't even read it. I guess it's PC1. It is PC4. I was able to kind of peel up the other one. So it's PC4, so I don't have any RAM for it. Oh well. Okay, we're getting ready to test it. Alright, I'm putting the legs back on because I really don't want to put this other stuff back on and then have to snap it back off. Okay. Alright, we're getting ready to give it a test drive here. The RAM cover back in, I think, maybe. Alright. Alright, we got, I think everything plugged in. Okay, first boot. Get this drill out of the way. It's pretty slow, but hard drive needs to be swapped. Definitely needs to be replaced. But once I get a couple of boot cycles on it, it should be a lot quicker. Because it's, you know, it's having to figure out some new hardware. Okay. Let's come in here and get the keyboard over here. All right. System. Still pretty slow. Intel Core i5-6500 CPU. No dedicated VRAM. No GPU installed. Is there a spot to install the GPU? I don't think so. But some of these probably had it. Let's go ahead and give it a restart. See if it gets any better. Again, like I was saying, without a solid state drive, this thing's probably going to be pretty slow. usually take about close to like 2 minutes to boot up. Let's see. I got 15 minutes in the video. Let's see how long it takes. When it was about 15 minutes when I think it first started. So we're 20 something seconds in. It'd be nice to see it go a little bit faster. What's really cool about like old computers is some of those things with Windows XP and Windows 98 and 95, they booted really fast. Okay, actually that was like a 40-second boot. That's actually pretty good. Alright, let's try that one more time. And also, let's go open up Control Alt Delete first before we do that. So I want to see what's yeah, the anti-malware is sucking up a bunch as usual. So we'll let this thing run for a while, and then we'll come back and give it a boot cycle. Alright, we've let it run for a while. Unfortunately, it shows 95% of the disk is being used, and you know that's not a good thing. So what do we got here? We got Microsoft something. I'm not sure what's going on. It must be downloading an update. It's got to be. Get this thing out of the corner. Let's see here. I don't think I have Cinebench on here. Nope. But I got OBS on here, so what we'll do, we'll start OBS. Disk is down. Just the disk keeps going back up. Oh, it's at 100% right now. It's definitely a problem. Alright. I'm going to go ahead and close this thing. It's open twice. Alright. We'll reopen it. Is this what they were talking about in Utah that looks like Mars? Why is OBS not opening? There we go. Alright. Camera looks pretty good, actually. I mean, for a built-in 2015, 2016, this is almost a 10-year-old computer. Before, it was like I would do this, and you could see it was going to glitch. I don't know if I would say, well, let's see if we can start recording. Okay, we're using 87.7%, 94% of the CPU, 96, and things aren't working right. When I'm watching myself talk, my lips are not following my voice speech, so we know that that ain't no good. So it's I'm not 100% sure why we're using so much CPU on this thing, because I've used other computers and it won't use that much. So I'm not really sure. I think a big problem with a lot of these computers are, like, you're using factory equipment and it's not overclocked or anything like that. It's not running as fast as it can. It's kind of in some kind of eco mode. In fact, we're probably in some kind of eco mode on this one. Let's see here. Power and sleep. Click. Never Additional power settings. Okay. Come on. Okay, I don't want balanced. I want... Okay, we got balanced, power saver, high performance, and ultimate performance. Okay. Okay. So we'll see if that helps at all. Okay. There is some other... I don't know if there's another sleep setting. Alright. Still says 89% CPU. And we start recording and see if it flips out. It's not moving with my lips correctly though. So, wow, okay. A couple seconds after I stopped talking. Some latency there. 89%, and now it crashes. So OBS can really be a pain in the ass. We never figured out where this picture was either. They call it Valley of the Moon in Chile. Alright, so I restarted OBS. It's still using a ton of resources, like 90%. So I don't know. I guess this thing isn't going to work for anything special. It probably just needs a GPU. But, I mean, I don't know. Maybe it could be used for something. It's better than having an i3. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching, and we'll catch you later.